So at episode 25, I sat down and said, what is my structure? Right? So I do this one like chart where I basically put down saying, why are you doing this podcast? Why are you the right person to do it? What's your unique voice? And I use a term called permflex. What is your permflex? Permflex basically, what do you want to stay permanent? What are you flexible about? I go back to that every 25 episodes, right? 25, 50 episodes. And the idea is simply this, is that if you do the same thing long enough and don't evolve it, it gets a little static for you as a creator, but also for the audience. So for example, till 50 episodes, I largely focused on the marketing side of things. Right? How do you market different things? I would occasionally get in someone different. I would try occasionally a different guest. Like I'd get, I once got a psychologist and we spoke about how mental health is really affecting the workplace. I got in comedians in, right? How do you create meme content? So I would occasionally try those and see how the audience reacts and how the episodes generally flowed. Because I think once you do about 10, 15 episodes, you realize if an episode went well or not by your own standards. So I tried a few of those. At 50, I knew that, okay, now I want to go deeper into the business side. Because till then I was doing a lot more marketing. So 50 to 100 was, okay, how can I slowly add in more layers to this, more media and more business? So you would have a Faye D'Souza come in at some point of time. You would have a Rana Daggubati come in and talk about his business side. And he has a very strong business side. So from 50 to 100 was that, but I also worked on how was my audience reacting to I realized my introductions were very long and the audience kept dropping off in my introductions. So, and I just looked at the data graph and it was very evident that the drop was there. So I made my intros shorter. Now they don't go beyond 30 seconds to a minute. They were initially like 2-3 minutes. Because a lot of international hosts generally go on for like at least 2-3 minutes, if not longer for their, but it doesn't work for an Indian audience. You want to be short and crisp and kind of move ahead. I also realized that people dropped off if I spoke about a topic for more than 7-8 minutes. So I would make sure that I have a tag, almost like thing in my head, okay, we finished about 7 minutes of this. Let me move to the next topic. So I would add a few things here and there. I would ask them a little bit more about life. I would ask specific career related questions because the most audience questions I actually got separately on social media was, oh, I heard this episode. I want to take a call about my career for X, Y, and Z things. And the consistent thing was, okay, what are the opportunities? What are the skill sets I need to have? So which is why now I ask those questions. I always ask, what are the opportunities in your space? What kind of skill sets do you need? Because everybody resoundingly asks that question. So those are changes. You make changes to your questions, but you also make changes basis data.